your machine, not just to have ideas, but how will you make them consistently happen? How does dream meet reality? So the photography you do at any one time will be in accordance to what you can actually make happen. I don't want to make this point sound too complicated. What I mean by this is that at any one time, if you want to do something, you have to think about how you're going to make it happen. So it has to be kind of in accordance to what you're willing to do as part of your lifestyle. So for example, if you want to make a series of images of, beaches throughout the world, then how are you going to get to go and see all these beaches? How are you going to make travel a part of your lifestyle? It's no good just going to one beach on a holiday and one set of images doesn't make a series. You have to think about how it's going to match what you're willing to do and what you're able to do right now. And I'm going to be talking more about that on day 3, because I'm going to talk about how my lifestyle at any one time has informed and shaped the photography that I am producing, from the self-portraiture days through to what I do now. And that will be in accordance to photography and life being kind of hand in hand, and part of evolution being this natural progress that you make according to the lifestyle you're living and how the true you comes out in what you do for a living. So this is just like a brainstorm of loads of inspirations of stuff in my own work. The reason I've just put it all on like that is because I want to visually show you how this is just like an explosion of different things. They're a mixture of lots of things. I don't want to talk about inspirations without mentioning some inspirations of my own, but these are a mixture of things that are just part of a landscape of inspirations that have been there in my mind that haven't necessarily inspired a particular art piece, but they're just there as things I enjoy, things I like, things I wanted to write down when I thought of this question of inspirations. And there's also things on there that are more direct, like for example, there are particular paintings that like I mentioned, the Balfour's paintings, and also I mentioned earlier segment, the picture I did of myself with a snake, which is directly inspired by a painting, John Collier's Lilith. But that's one of the rare times that I actually draw direct inspiration from a piece, because usually I just see things and they give me a vague murmur of inspiration that I put into my kind of visual, my mental storehouse, and I just let stay there as part of the landscape. There's also things in there that inspired me very early on in my work, that inspired me more in the beginning days as part of that stage of my evolution. Things that inspire me more now, new things, old things, things from childhood. So this is like a laughably slim slither of what really goes into inspiring and informing my work, because of course, like I say, there's so much more that inspires us beyond our comprehension. And it's important to be aware of that, because it's not that we have some great ability to be completely original. It's about how we respond to the world around us and how we're kind of remixing and making new consolidations of it. That is what art is, because art is your thought, your ability to look at things and be moved by them and then express that in a new piece of art. So this is the tip of the iceberg, and there's so much more that goes into my work, like I say. I'm going to be showing inspirations that have gone into my mood boards of my shoots a little bit later, so you can see where I've put together images that I've just found on the internet and such like.